Hello friends, this is Lauren. Thanks for joining me in my craft room today for a card making video. Today is SheetLoad Rewind Creative Team Hop Day. We are throwing it back to November 2021, so I'm going to be using Call Me Crafty Al's card sketch, her sheetload of cards, to create my set of cards today. I'm also going to be using some digitals from Sassy's LLC. These are from Emergency Card Kit number 48, and I'm using adorable penguins and some sentiments that I thought matched perfectly with those cute little critters. As a reminder, you can find the link to Call Me Crafty's Owl where you can get her sheetload of cards card sketch, as well as the playlist to watch all of the creative team who are participating in the Rewind Hop. So make sure you check out and see what everyone else did with this throwback sketch. So I have my printables. I do have like the highest tier of Sassy's LLC's Patreon that it was gifted to me. Thank you, Sarah Liz. So I am able to access the resizable images and sentiments. So I have used the same penguin and the same sentiments, and I made everything 11 times, even though I'm making 10 cards today. It was just in case something messed up or I cut something weird, I would have an extra of everything already printed. And since I was kind of lining everything up on my 8.5 by 11 size, well, before I was printing and getting everything kind of arranged, I left the sentiment strips with the notches just from the original card kit. But I did add some rectangles around my images and my sentiment. That way I knew that they were evenly spaced and I would have enough room to die cut or trim them to be the size that I needed for the card. So for the Waddlin' Through the Holidays, I knew that the die from the Trinity Stamps die set in collaboration with Sassy's LLC, Emergency Card Essentials die set number 1, there are rectangles in there that die cut these images out perfect, or not images, but sentiments out perfectly. So I just wanted to make sure that the rectangle die would fit just fine when I die cut out all those sentiments. And then my little penguin panel following the sketch, that panel needs to be 2 inches by 3 inches. So I made sure the rectangle around it was 2.25 by 3.25, knowing that I would have plenty of room to trim them down to meet the sketch requirements. So I trimmed off all those 1/4 inch sentiments using the notches. And now I'm going to run my inside sentiments with that rectangle die, again from Trinity Stamps. And I have all of those ready to go. Next, I'm going to grab my penguins and my paper trimmer. And again, I know that these are 1/4 inch bigger than I need, so I'm going to trim off 1/8 of an inch from each side inside of those black lines. So I'm going to start with just one side, and then I can, again, use the lines as a guide to make sure I know that when it's finally cut out, it will be 2 inches by 3 inches following the card sketch. So I'll do that for this penguin here on camera so you can see how I trimmed it out, and then I will just do that for all of my penguin images. And then I will follow the rest of the sheet load. Again, November 2021, I have Crafty Owl's video linked down below, as well as Sassy's LLC's video on these printables in my supply list. But I'm going to use the card sketch to trim out everything else for my card. Now the card sketch does call for a pattern paper cut to be like the background of the card, but I decided that I wanted to emboss instead of using a pattern paper. So I'm taking some Fog, which is a very light, cool gray cardstock, and I'm running those through an embossing folder. This is, I don't think you can get this anymore. This is from Spellbinders. It's the Hexi Snowflake. It was from July 2024. I just love the design, and I use that to create the snowflake background for these cards. I'm also going to grab one of the thin rectangle dies for sentiment strips and this cute little scalloped rectangle that fits perfectly around my sentiments. And I'm going to run those through and die cut a bunch of pieces of a dark blue cardstock that I used also for part of my card sketch to back the sentiments for the card. And with that, now I have all my pieces and we can finally get to card assembling. So I'm going to walk you through how I put one card together, and then I'll do the rest off camera because it's very repetitive. But I have my snowflake background, and I actually liked the deboss side more than the emboss side, so I'm going to use that for my card. But let's get the pattern paper pieces glued onto our blue cardstock strip. So I'm starting with the larger square and adding that to one side and then the little rectangle to the other. And I love that this isn't like wasting any pattern paper because it's going to be covered, that blue like large piece there. It'll be covered with our penguin panel. There's a lot of P's in this card in this video today. So I've added some double-sided adhesive as well as liquid glue because I'm gluing this penguin to a glitter paper and I want to make sure that it is really snug and stuck to that glitter. There's a lot of texture. For my sentiment strip, I wanted to do a little bit of an angle cut, so I'm just taking some scissors and cutting one side of the sentiment, and I'm going to glue this to the blue strip, leaving enough room on the right side where that slant is, that cut that I made, so I can cut it, the blue cardstock, in the same way, and it has an even blue border on all, I guess, 3 sides, because I'm going to trim off the excess of the strip once I get the card together. But that's going to go under my penguin, which is why I left kind of a weird gap between the bottom of my penguin and the bottom of the cardstock when I printed it, because I wanted to make sure that that sentiment strip had some room and I wouldn't cover up the cute little penguin's feet. I have an A2 card base and I've got now one of everything ready to go. I'm going to use, again, double-sided adhesive tape for my background because I'm using the deboss side on the front of the card. So there's not a lot of, I guess, area for the glue to adhere to. So I glued that to the front of the card base. And now I'm adding that cardstock strip on the left side of the card. Next, I'm going to use liquid glue to glue my penguin panel. I'm doing my best to get it even and just using the sketch that I have up on my computer as a guide. Next, I'm going to grab some 1mm foam adhesive and I'm going to use that to adhere the sentiment strip down. So I'm making sure that it won't like overlap the penguin. I want the adhesive just to touch the snowflake background. So I'm adding 2 pieces on both sides to kind of wrap around or to sandwich in around the cardstock strip with the penguin on it. And I went ahead and added that to the front of the card. I'm just going to use my scissors to trim off the excess of the sentiment strip where it lines up with the edge of the card base. That will finish off the front of the card, but let's get our sentiment on the inside. So I'm going to glue the white panel to my blue scalloped rectangle, and then I will glue that to the inside of the card. I'm going to do my best to get it centered on the inside of the card. So I'm going to use my grid glass board here to try to get the card straight, and then I'm just eyeballing it. Should I have grabbed my T-square? Yes. But I think it looks cute and I think it does look centered. So here's a final look at our card. Again, it's penguining to look a lot like Christmas on the front of the card. I just think that's so funny. The cute little penguin from Sassy's LLC. And then here is all 10 cards put together. I love the blues and the soft gray for the cards. And then I like that I added an inside sentiment. I'm not very good about that, so I think that's pretty fun. I hope my swap card receivers like my card. Thank you to Sassy's LLC for the adorable image and funny sentiments, and thank you to CraftyL for her amazing SheetLoad sketches. This one was a really fun one, and it was great for holiday cards. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll click like, and if you're new here, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. As always, you can find everything I use down below in the description box. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye!